Hello, we are from Turkmenistan. Our project is combined solar distiller.
The invention relates to a device that can produce pure condensate from marine or industrial water and use it as drinking water, as well as for domestic use. The staff reside pure drilling sites in desert. Combined solar distiller consists of a thermally insulated container of the original salt water in the fluid, communication with the reservoir for water in industrial purposes, aqueduct or the float valve, a heater located inside the original salt water connected with a system of self-cooling of the internal combustion engine, a heat exchanger mounted inside the water for industrial purpose, low pressure micro gas turbine with the driving and driven wheels mounted on the sun axis put in different hermetically sealed cavities. Solar water heat fixed motionless on the east-west axis with a focus of evaporator with a hollow frame to supply to it a hot air from the tap. The frame and outlet via the fan and solar water heaters and the pit. It has the driven wheel is in the communication with the standpipe one side and a heat exchanger on the other.
Currently, there are many classes of devices for producing condensate from seawater, and most of them operate based on hot box, and it's analogous in this section. We want to discuss the properties of those traditional device includes desalination body topped with glass or transparent polymer film for better conduction of solar lights. Thermally insulated container with evaporating sweet seawater device for collecting the resulting condensate. In such tanks, the seawater is mounted with clearance to the side walls of the housing, and the bottom of the tanks are made with the corresponding coefficients of absorption and reflection of solar radiation. The physical principle of desalination of seawater in this analogous is that sunlight passing through the transparency, cutting hot seawater and activates its evaporation. Water vapor in this diffusion process adheres to the side walls, condenses and flows down into the device for collecting. The condensation located below the tank of seawater.
Now I will be telling you our procedure.
Processed water from the rig is collected in a tank. Next, it is fed into the tank, which is initially heated to the temperature allowed by the ICE. The hot coolant from the active engine cooling system of ICE gives thermal energy to the original salt water through the heater in a thermally insulated container and returns cool to the internal combustion engine. The water level in the tank is lower than that in the tank, so the water is fed by itself to the reservoir through the pipeline. Regulation of water transfusions is implemented by the float valve, which maintains constant water level in the tank. The water level in the latter is higher than that desalinator. Consequently, the desalinator is filled through with a check valve. Water transfusion in evaporator doesn't occur, and support of constant water level maintained by means of the annular float. As the evaporator is filled, the annular float also rises, and upon reaching the maximum water level therein, reserve valve is closed, due to the fact that the latter is rigidly attached by means of rods to the annular float, thanks to the optimal slope of the water pipes and tilt of the solar water heaters to the Ni alpha, and the placement of the evaporator at the top of and the containers for the collection of the brine in the bottom. There is a natural circulation in the inner cavity distiller.